Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to All the Mods Expert Remastered. So, I'm on the server right now with Gonryu, and I've been doing a bit of work. I did a bit of mining, I will say that. Basically just to get some redstone, lapis. Our pick is almost at Fortune 2. It's not quite there, but it's almost there. And while I was mining, I came across something, so we're going to go down there in just a little bit and check that out, but not just yet. So, let's take a look at what I've been working on. Dun, dun. Actually, it took forever for me to find hardened stone. Like enough for my needs. I've got a little bit left over in here. Not much. 8 pieces. And 1 hardened stone brick. But I've been working on framing some of this area that's going to eventually be outdoors. And, oh, up here, I did start digging out another room, but nothing's in here right now. So, a lot of empty rooms at the moment, or a lot of empty, well, not really empty rooms. These don't have any rooms attached yet, but over here, I've done some fencing, a lot of architecture craft, as you can tell. This is actually an arch, and then it arches back over. This is all brown stained clay tiles that are cut into slabs. And then I built us a little, like, waterfall, little scenic thing here. It's still a lot of stone. A lot of work in progress at the moment. So, and then this will be, of course, the divider leading into this room. And I've got to do some work right here as well. But yeah, I mean, that's what I've been working on, is mining and doing this stuff. Getting this stuff started. And trying to figure out what all colors I wanted here. Of course, you know, we were going to do dark stone. But then I also decided on hardened stone and hardened stone bricks, and then that brown from that brown stained clay tiles. I love that color with this dark stone. I think it looks good. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. That's the main thing I've been working on since last episode. So, and I think the balcony areas look kind of nice overlooking this so far. Because my plan is, we're going to enter, of course the base is going to enter here, and what we're going to do is eventually, we're going to build like a gatehouse type thing right there. It leads into kind of like a little courtyard here. It's going to have maybe like a stables attached, and I don't know, maybe some other stuff. And then you're going to step into here, and this is going to be kind of like the entryway into the base. Like, it's going to have like it's basically going to be like a guardhouse, type area that enters through, and then into the inner courtyard, and then from there on back, and we'll have our housing quarters and some other stuff. And then off to the side we'll have storage, and we'll have workshops and things like that, branching and connecting over into this courtyard. And then we'll probably have a garden area for like Botania. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And I know last episode I said that we're going to go to the end today. We may not go to the end today, because I got to thinking we don't have like any ender pearls. So I'm going to have to maybe farm up ender lily seeds or something. Now I know the end portal is opened because I opened it. When Zvir and I were playing on the server before, because I went there to get endstone. But I don't remember where it's at, because I removed all my waypoints and stuff when I restarted. So we're going to have to find it again, which is fine, but we're going to need ender pearls, so I've got to get ender lily seeds. But there's a thing down underground that I want to go check out. And I think that's where we're going to start today, is we're going to go check that out. A little bit of an adventure, kind of. Because I did come across something kind of cool. I haven't really explored it. I did put down some torches. Not all of it. Not all inside of it, but I did throw down a couple torches. Just because at first I was wondering what it was. I was like, hey, what's this? But I'm familiar with the structure. So, because at first I was like, because I was sitting there thinking, actually, about that time, I was like, man, we're going to have to get ender pearls to go find the stronghold. And then I ran across some bricks, and I was like, did I just find the stronghold? Like, seriously? But no, it's not the stronghold. It's a little bit different of a structure. But there tends to be some pretty good chests and stuff. Also, when I was mining, I connected into someone else's mine. I'm not sure whose it is as of yet, but I did connect in someone else's mine, and found their mining tunnels and stuff that connected over. down here. I'm probably going to get... Actually, I think it's to the left. Nope. Okay, it took me a second to find it because I actually got off at the wrong layer in the mine. Or at least for the quick way to get here. I had to go through like the big maze of caverns. Whereas if I'd got off at the right spot, which is at like Y30 or something like that, it brings me right over here. But anyways, we've got a spawner here and a little bit of a structure. Let's go ahead and just pop down here. And we've got anti-skeletons, by the way. So since we're in a Darklands, oh man, I should have made a shield actually. There we go. Try to light this up a little bit here. I'll block that off. You'll notice how dark it is. That's, of course, hardcore darkness. This was another entrance that I'd found over to it. Alright. Let's go ahead and start lighting this up a little bit. Oh. Why is this so dark? Oh. I hear skeletons. I don't know why it's so dark down there. Like, it will not light up. It just refuses to light up. But anyways, these structures, I don't know which mod adds these for sure, but they tend to have some pretty good stuff in there. There's Mana Steel, Safari Net. I'll leave the rest of this, I think. I'm not too concerned about all that stuff. And I guess we'll head on upstairs. Ooh. Depth School. That's fun. And that is... Oh. That's actually overlooking a lot of this. I'm just going to go ahead and bridge this gap here. Alright. So what do we got in here? We've got iridium. Let me dump all this stuff. But I don't need as much. Iron horse armor. Can we melt that down in this? Yes. Okay. So I will probably take the iron horse armor, and I'll take what's the recipe? Super easy. Okay. I'm gonna take the iridium shards, and I'll leave that safari net for now. I'm really looking for ender lily seeds. Is like the big thing. I don't know why sometimes it does this. Why, I think it's a visual bug with the hardcore darkness, but... Ancient Tome with Bane of Arthropods 5, no thanks. Okay. And I'll come back down here and I'll loot everything and just take it up later. But I'm kind of looking for, like, the highlight stuff, like, the really good stuff. Now, I don't know if... Yeah, see, it's doing it again, like, it will not... The torches don't seem to have full effect. Okay. It's so bizarre. Tell you what, let me try something here real quick. If we go under mod options, hardcore darkness, let me disable that for right now. It's not letting me disable through here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Don't let me die. Okay. This is really difficult. Oh, there we go. Haha. You're working now. Okay. What do we got in this one? Still not finding any ender lily seeds though. Mana Steel. I think that's the main thing I'm going to grab out of that. Okay. Block that off. I don't mind these little guys. And I'm going to try to keep their shadow fragments put up. Because I will want to come through here and get those a little bit later on. Overgrowth seed, we're going to take that. Iridium shards. I don't really need any of the rest of that stuff right now. I mean, the light should still be working to keep mobs from spawning. It's just not really working so that we can see. It's the most bizarre thing ever. Iridium ore, iridium shards, black lotus, another capacitor. And I think, oh, we got here mana steel, iridium, a couple more capacitors, and that just goes off. So, okay, so it looks like we've explored everything. 0 ender lily seeds at all. So that was my main reason for wanting to come down here, like, first off, but that's fine. I mean, we can get those from breaking grass, so it's not really a big deal. That we didn't find any today. It's just going to take a lot of grass breaking that I've got to do between this episode and next. But I wanted to check that out after I saw it, because I was like, well, there could be some cool stuff in there. Now, endstone can be made, because basically what we're looking at is, it's not actually the tab that we're on. By the way, we did complete one quest here under rock hounding, because for the first time ever, I guess, I held a stack of coal. So we're going to get 32 coal for that. But this right here, we're going to need ender pearls, endstone. Endstone, we can make it with night slime, but it's a little bit expensive. Night slime, of course, isn't the cheapest thing in the world, and it takes quite a bit of that to make the 32 endstone that we're going to need. So I think we're just going to aim for the end, and, you know, it might be next episode or something, but because we're going to need the ender pearls to be able to go find it. But we have some other things that we can be doing in the meantime, so it's not really a big concern. I am just going to dump this off right here for now, and I'll sort through it later. That'll be fine. Okay, but anyways, the first thing that I want to do today is I want to finally get our coke oven set up so we can start producing some coal coke. To do this, we are going to need to get 28 nether brick blocks. And honestly, for that, I'm probably going to go back to the nether and I'm going to gather up. I've got nether bricks, but I don't think I have quite that many. No, I have 4. So that's definitely not going to cut it. And then we're also going to have to get an engineer's hammer. And that is not terribly expensive. Let's take a look at that real quick. String, 2 iron, and 2 sticks. So let's go ahead and get that. So engineer's hammer, pow, there we go. Now there's no reward for that, we just kind of have to have that. And then they want us to make a bit of this rebar. And let's actually take a look. We're going to need, what, 27 coke bricks. And this is what the recipe actually looks like altogether. It takes these blocks of concrete. And we're going to need 9 crafts altogether. But this concrete does craft 8 at a time. So they want us to make, let's see, are they going to give us some rebar? No, they don't. Well, we're going to have to craft some rebar then. This is just iron, bronze, invar, or steel in the rolling machine. Now, if we were to use invar or steel, it does produce more, but of course we don't have access to that. But we have plenty of iron. I have got some more iron made up over here. I had this stuff melting down. So we'll just grab a bit of that, and let's go ahead and get this stuff rolled out. So there's 8, and then there's 12. I think that'll be plenty. And we can complete that quest. We don't get a reward for that one either. Then they want us to make 14 blocks of concrete. Oh, and actually this quest right here, they're going to give us 2 ender lily seeds. So there we go. That'll get us started anyways. Alright, so blocks of concrete. We're going to have to make these bags of concrete. That's nether quartz and gravel to make those. You can also use ground blast furnace slag, but of course we can't do that just yet. So let's head to the nether, because I'm going to have to get nether quartz. I'm going to have to get nether bricks. And I need to get more cobalt too, because we don't actually have any cobalt for me to be able to repair my pick. And we are definitely going to need that. So cobalt's the priority, and then a bit of nether bricks and a little bit of nether quartz. We don't need a whole lot of nether quartz, but we could benefit from a little bit at least. Okay, I made it over to the nether fortress. And I did get a couple pieces of cobalt. Now keep in mind the smeltery does not double metals. So right now we have no way really to double cobalt, but in time we'll get, you know, some options opened up. Then I also got a bit of nether quartz as well so far, just on the way over to here. And I just want to get a bit of nether bricks. I'm going to go for, and I'm not going to mine these on camera. I think I'm going to go for like around a stack of nether bricks, just so we have extras for later and everything. Because I feel like that would be useful. Alright, we just completed the quest. Okay, there's a stack. That's good. That's more than enough. And I don't believe that this quest actually gives us anything, does it? No. We just straight completed it. Okay, so let's head back. I'm going to look for maybe just a few more pieces of cobalt. Because I do need to repair our hammer as well. I wouldn't mind looking into maybe putting some balls of moss on there. We might do that in a minute, just so we have some kind of repair, you know, going on that doesn't require me to go to the nether to find cobalt each time. Oh, I did find draconium. We'll go ahead and snag that. Start of something big. Okay, I ended up finding 7 cobalt in total. So we'll go ahead and get that smelting up so I can dump it out as ingots. And nether quartz, I've actually got a spot right here for that. So we'll go ahead and just put that in there. Okay, so the concrete that we need to make. This right here, blocks of concrete from Railcraft. We're going to need to make bags of concrete, nether quartz, and gravel. And they wanted us to make 14. Okay, so let's just do 6 crafts of this. There's 12 bags of concrete. And then we're going to need, what, buckets of water? I actually got a few more of these resonant crystals. I don't know for sure if we're going to get into deep resonance. I haven't looked at it too much within this pack. If it's buffed, then yeah, definitely. If it's not, only if we have to. But I will be using these crystals for decoration, if nothing else. So I am grabbing those whenever I come across them. Oh yeah, buckets of water. Let's go ahead and get 3 buckets. And we'll start with 3 crafts of that. Get 3 crafts worth of concrete. And let's see, it's concrete on the corners. Like that. And then rebars. And then we'll do our water. So there's 8. 16. And there's 24. Okay, so that completes the quest. We got our blocks of concrete. No reward for that. Then they want us to craft 27 coke bricks. And these, I believe we've got pretty much everything now to make these. Nether bricks, concrete, magma slime crystals, ashen stone. Okay. So let's go ahead and just lay this out. That. Then the concrete was like that, I think. Yeah. And magma slime crystals. There's those. And then we've got ashen stone around here somewhere. Alright, so there we go. And we need 27 coke bricks. I need 1 more magma slime crystal. So, magma cream. Which actually, before we use that, one thing I want to do real quick. Let's get ourselves a key. Let's make one of these. Because we haven't made one yet. Upgrade template is standard. That's just a bunch of sticks. And I've got a drawer right here we can use. Okay, so there's upgrade template. And then we're going to need gold and a gold nugget. I do have a gold nugget from pigmen. Because I actually died a couple times before this episode. I forgot to mention that. There was a ton of pigmen in here. Where I've got it chunk loaded. The nether portal, of course, isn't going to stay there. But anyways, had a bunch of pigmen. And I was killing them off. And of course, they all swarmed me. So it took a couple deaths to kill them all. But alright, so what's the best way for us to handle gold at the moment? Can we handle gold at the moment? I'm assuming that the alloy, yeah, we can do it here. And then the macerator, which we're going to get into that in just a moment. Once we get the coke oven set up, we're going to start working with some IC2, I believe. Because that's the next direction I think I would like to take. But I'd like to get the key made first because I don't really want my my setup for the drawers and stuff to get messed up. Okay, we'll get the gold pumping out, then we'll get the cobalt. Okay, I emptied out a little bit of it. It's just aluminum, brass, alumite, blood, seared stone. Okay, so there's our gold that we need. And that should be everything. We should be able to make our key now. So that, and there's our drawer key. Whoops. Okay, so let's go lock some of this stuff down so we don't have to worry about it getting pulled out. It's actually kind of hard to see the little lock symbol on these because I got the dark stone frame on these, so it kind of blends in. I do kind of wish it had the white border there like these do. It'd be a whole lot easier to see. I'm going to go ahead and lock the ones that don't have anything in them either, because they'll still be locked whenever I add something. So, okay, so everything's locked now. So we'll get one more slime dart that way. Yeah. Or magma slime mud. And there we go. We'll get that cooked up real quick. And there's our magma slime crystal. And we can get our coke oven now. There we go. 27 coke bricks. Awesome. And they're going to give us 32 anthracite coal and either 2 endstone or 2 ender lilies. Honestly, I'm kind of torn because I could do the endstone and ender lilies would grow faster, but I wouldn't have any. I'd have to go, break a bunch of grass. I'm still going to have to break a bunch of grass regardless, but I think I'm going to take the ender lilies. Because it's on a server, so, I mean, these are going to be grown. And as long as I make sure and pop on, every few hours and just harvest them, then we'll have plenty of ender pearls by next episode. And then I'll break some grass, try to get a few more ender lily seeds. So we've got, a bit more coming in. But I mainly just need a few to be able to find it more than anything. Okay, so let's set up our coke oven real quick. And I'll tell you what, we're going to set this up upstairs in this little room here. For right now. I don't know for sure that's going to stay here, but this is where we're going to put it for the time being. No, actually, that's kind of out of the way. I'd have to run really out of the way to go up there. So we'll set it up down here for right now, and then we'll move it a little bit later. That's fine. Most of my efforts are going to be focused on this side first, and then we'll flip over to this side. So, all right. And we'll just lay this out, a big 3x3. And just smack it with our engineer's hammer. There we go. And now we've got our coke oven. Okay, now standard coal does not work in this. For example, if I threw in... Yeah, I can't even click it in. It has to be the anthracite coal. So we'll throw 32 of that 32 that they gave us. I've actually got quite a bit of it saved up. So... yeah, 183 anthracite. And we've actually got more down there. I was just kind of holding off on mining anymore until we get at least Fortune 2, because we're pretty close to it. So, I'm trying not to harvest anything even remotely rare. But anyways, that finishes out Song of Steel Interlude. That one we actually were on for a little while. Mainly because we were doing some other stuff. And the next part is Song of Steel Finale. This we're going to need to get a bit of coal coke built up. I'll get that built up between this episode and next. Bronze, we might... No, I don't think we have that yet. We're going to be making a bit of bronze here in just a second, actually. Actually, probably right now, I think. But I don't know. We've got... How much bronze? We've got 32 right here. So never mind. This just hasn't detected it. So manual detect. They're going to give us a lava bucket and either 16 bronze, 16 obsidian, or 32 seared bricks. I'm definitely going to take the bronze. It's a little bit more valuable, I think. Alright, so now we've got 48 bronze, and let's see, the coal coke, the endstone we'll get next episode, the ender pearls we'll get probably between episodes. And then they also want us to get 28 gunpowder. I don't think I have that. I don't even know that I have much of any gunpowder. But that's fine. It's fairly straightforward to make it. But we're going to switch gears for a little bit, and we are going to start working on IC2, because I know if I don't do IC2 early game, I'll never really feel like doing it once we have things like Ender IO and thermal expansion and immersive engineering. I'm very industrial. I'm very meh about standard industrial craft 2. So I figure we'll go ahead and start it because I would like to get a macerator. Because if we're going to make Eyes of Ender, we're going to need blaze powder. Blaze powder, we can get a lot more of that with a macerator than with, just breaking it down by hand. So anyways, we're going to need to first get ourselves a source of power, which is pretty straightforward. I don't know if we can do... Yeah, we're not going to be able to do geothermal yet. Because in this pack, to make the casings, we're going to have a metal former. It's the only way to do it. We can't do it with the hammer. So let's see, redstone slime copper heat cable thing. That is basically a slime copper cable upgraded. So just some copper and some slime. Let me get that real quick. Do we have enough? Yeah, we've got more than enough. I actually had one on me, I guess. 3 of that. And I'll tell you what, this bucket of lava, I'm going to go dump it into here. Because there's space. And this iron horse armor, let's just throw that in there too. That's quite a bit of free iron. So, alright, and then this stuff can come off of here. But see, they actually in the quest book, they have you craft a little bit less concrete and stuff than you need, which is always frustrating because I hate getting to that point and then being like, oh, I don't actually have enough. It gets terrible. It's kind of like sneaky. Okay, so let's get some redstone. We'll get these upgraded real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then we're going to bucket some iron, then an iron furnace. That's 5 iron plates on a standard furnace. Which, do I have the dried bricks that we're going to need? Yes, I do. Okay, so 8 of those. And there's our furnace. And then the iron plates. Just like that. We'll go ahead and get 2 crafts of those. And then just a couple more pieces of iron and we're all set. For the iron furnace anyways. Actually, I think we got everything now. So there's the iron furnace. Iron ingots. The bucket actually goes right there. And then the redstone cables. There's our generator. Oops. And then next up, so there's that. And then I think the next thing we're going to need is, let's get ourselves just some cables. Just so I can move this power. I don't know if we're going to get a battery box right now. It would be handy. Are they altered? Oh yeah, they're going to take casings. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do casings just yet. But let's take a look at cables. So we're going to need rubber or rubber bars. And then some tin cables. We can make those with a cutter. Oh, wait, cutter's disabled. Okay, so we're going to have to go straight for the metal former, it looks like. That's fine. Oh, that's so tricky. That's so tricksy. Let's go ahead and get... Yeah, we'll go for the metal former first. And actually, I think the macerator does maybe take some casings. I'm not for sure. So we're going to need a toolbox. 2 toolboxes. Refined handle. Raw handle. Iron. Okay. And then bronze plates and a chest. Basic machine casing is just a bunch of bronze plates. Then we're going to need a copper gear, which we can make that. 4 chambers. Okay. So those 8 bronze plates that we got before, let's go ahead, turn those into a basic machine casing. And this generator for right now, I'm going to set it up down here as well. It's going to end up getting moved to like an IC2 type room, but for right now we'll put it, let's see, we'll put it right here. Because this stuff's going to have to get moved regardless, because I'm going to need to run cables, but I can't make cables yet, so... Alright, so basic machine casing. Okay, and we're going to need 13 bronze plates. And we'll get this laid out. There we go. And by the way, what's it take to make the better rolling machine? I would love to have... Well, it's going to take power, though. Steel. And charge motor. Alright, so there's 16 bronze plates. And I guess we'll go ahead and just lay this out over here, what we have. So, machine casing, bronze plates. Yeah, that's it for right now. Okay, and then we're going to have to get the handle. or actually 2 of these handles. So we're going to need 6 iron for that. There we go, raw handle. And then we'll go ahead and get that smelted up real quick. And then while that's smelting, we're going to need a couple, 2 forge hammers. So let me get 2, 3, 4 compressed cobble. And then some sticks. I think it's 3 sticks. And there's our 2 forge hammers. That part's done. It's really not that bad of a recipe. It's just kind of involved, honestly. And then copper gear, and then the 2 toolboxes is all we need. Okay, so there's our handles. Put some coal back in that. And then we just need a couple chests to finish those out. And then all we'll have to get is the gear. So 2 of those. So many bronze plates. There's our toolboxes. And luckily at this point, when I was mining before, I found a bunch of copper. I mean, we're good to make lots of bronze, because we're going to need it for this and for forestry moving forward. So, alright, so the copper gear, we're going to have to go the basic gear route, I think. I was looking to see if there was the lazy man's way with the 1 iron and the 4 copper, but there's not. Which is fine. I mean, technically that recipe is a little bit more expensive. But it's just less crafting steps, so I tend to go with it. Because I tend to have plenty of iron, I'm not too worried about that. But alright, so basic gear, and then we're going to need 4 pieces of copper. I've only got 18 copper left. I'm probably going to have to, between episodes, I'm going to have to get some more of that cooked up. So copper gear, and now we're all set to get our metal former. And bam, there's our metal former. Okay, and we're just going to attach this onto the side of our generator. And we'll go ahead and throw in, not in there. In here, we'll throw in a couple pieces of coal, just to let that start building up some power. Alright, so the metal former has all the power that it needs now, and the generator's building up its reserve. So, just 2 pieces of coal, and it's pretty much both of them filled at this point. Because we don't have any kind of power storage. Okay, so now we can make cables. Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and just make the macerator before we end out the episode, I think, which that is quartz grindstone, a tin plate, iron plates, block cutting blade made with iron. And we're actually going to need 2 of those. So altogether, let's see, we're going to need 8, 16, 20 iron plates in the hopper. Okay. Okay, and oh yeah, we're going to need machine casing. Yeah, so that's 8 more bronze plates as well. Okay, let's see. I don't happen to have any plates lying around. Okay, we'll get the bronze going, and then I said, what, 20 iron plates? And then we're also going to need 1 tin plate as well. But at least once we get this, I can make precise amounts. Instead of having this, like, overflow, I can throw bronze in there and get, 1 for 1 instead of having to do 4 for 4. Which is quite nice. Where did my... Oh, I dropped them on the ground. Okay. Okay. And then, well, we're going to need 5 iron for that. So let me go ahead and dump. Just get 5 pieces there. This way we can kind of get some of the basic machines of IC2. I mean, I would like to get furnaces and stuff like that, but not until, we have some kind of a reliable power source that... coal isn't really the best thing. If we had a little bit of power storage and stuff like that, that would be something as well, but... there's our hopper. There is our machine casing. Then what else do we need for the block cutting? Oh, any kind of smooth stone. So we'll just grab a couple pieces of that. And then I'm going to need to get 4 pieces of tin. And we'll get our tin plates. And then we'll have our macerator, which is going to be great because we can get blaze powder like super easy with that. So block cutting, there's 2 of those. And then there is our macerator. Okay. And we'll go ahead and just put this down right next to the generator so that it can get power and build up in there as well. And can you go ahead and cook down one of those like mini coals? Maybe 2 of them. Okay, and then if we take our, say, our blaze rod and throw it in the macerator, it's going to take a little while, but it's going to macerate that up. Okay, and that's going to give us 5 blaze powder per blaze rod now instead of 2. So it's a major, major jump on that, and definitely worth it. So I know earlier in the quest book they suggested we make it. I believe it was for the magma slime crystal, or I don't know, it was for something. They talked about getting it, but you needed bronze to make it, and you couldn't make bronze without the Tinker's smeltery, so, or I didn't see any way to make bronze, so it was kind of a null suggestion, because, you know, you needed it towards getting the smeltery, so. But anyways, now we have the Macerator and the Metal Former. It'll make expanding on IC2 a lot easier, which we will be doing a little bit of IC2 in the, you know, the next few episodes and stuff. So, getting some of those basic machines in, maybe looking at some speed upgrades and stuff like that, and some power sources with it. Well, what we have access to, anyways. I believe we could probably pull off lava now. I believe, because that mainly just requires the casings. So we could start moving into lava-based power, which is nice because then we could just keep pumping it in, and it would stop running whenever, you know, the power storage was filled. So we will probably change over to that, and we'll lose this generator. I think we'll need it for, yeah, we'll have to upgrade into it, so that'll be fine. But anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode, so I am going to end it out here. Like I said, next episode we will... we'll get this stuff together, maybe go to get our steel production started, maybe go to the end and stuff. We'll probably do a little bit with IC2 next episode. My goal is to do a little bit with IC2 and then get our steel, our blast furnace, pop into the end. My main thing at the end, I just want to get endstone and ender lily seeds. There's nothing else really pressing that I feel like we need at the end right this second. So that'll be the goal next episode, get that stuff in order, and then we'll probably get our ender lily seeds set up in like a little manual farm for now, and then eventually we'll automate it and stuff. Like a more permanent location once we have endstone to put it on, because of course it's going to grow faster on endstone. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.